Thank you for tuning into Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terri Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is December 25th, 2020, and Todd Starnes, the conservative talk show host and Fox contributor, this is what he's reporting from an hour ago. Nashville attack. Planes grounded, internet and phone service disrupted across 3 states. AT&T is reporting massive outages in Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky after the Nashville bombing. An RV exploded outside a major AT&T switching station early Christmas morning, causing massive damage. Do y'all see how convenient this is? What building it was at, Christmas, somebody being hurt, evacuate the buildings, an RV being used, and now flights are delayed, canceled, and people don't have phone service on Christmas. Service for some customers in Nashville and the surrounding areas may be affected by damage to our facilities from the explosion this morning. We are in contact with law enforcement and working as quickly and safely as possible to restore service, said Jim Greer, an AT&T representative. And y'all remember last week they said that Russia now had the playbook to destroy our infrastructure and our power grid? Let me just keep reading. There are reports of internet and phone outages as far west as Memphis. 911 call centers are also experiencing outages across the state. A handful of local police departments reported the outage was disrupting 911 access, including some non-emergency lines in their jurisdictions, the Tennessean reported. Most took to social media to share landlines and alternate access numbers where residents could seek emergency assistance. The FAA halted flights leaving Nashville International Airport temporarily. I don't know why this keeps jumping. Hold on. Halted flights leaving Nashville International Airport temporarily around 2:30 p.m. Friday after telecommunications issues affected the airport. Officials said they hoped the issue would be resolved later in the afternoon. Here's a U.S. emergency alert that went out, which is funny because it went out on Twitter. How many people even use Twitter? I don't use Twitter. Outage affecting 911 parts of Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky. If you have an emergency, use this list to reach police, fire, or EMS. And it lists Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. I don't know what's about to happen, but it all seems sketchy to me. I'm not believing this story. It's not passing the smell test. Something is going on. And we just heard a couple of days ago, they said Russia had the playbook to take down the power grid. Then this incident happens in front of an AT&T station. Okay, now y'all follow me on this, okay? An RV exploded outside a major AT&T switching station early Christmas morning. So I went and looked up, what is an AT&T switching station? I could never find a definitive answer, but I found this AT&T switching center. The AT&T Madison Complex Tandem office is a 17-story building in Los Angeles, California, completed in 1961 with its microwave tower used through 1993, bringing the overall height to 137 or 449 feet. Okay, further reading. Now, when I come down here, further reading, the NSA hidden spy hubs in 8 U.S. cities. So when you click on that, the AT&T switching centers, switching stations, Nashville's not listed in this, but this is pretty interesting. The secrets are hidden behind the fortified walls in cities across the U.S. inside towering, windowless skyscrapers and fortresses like concrete structures that were built to withstand earthquakes and even nuclear attacks. Thousands of people pass the buildings each day and rarely give them a second glance because their function is not publicly known. They are an integral part of one of the world's largest telecommunication networks, and they are also linked to a controversial NSA surveillance program. Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, New York City, San Francisco, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. In each of these cities, the Intercept has identified an AT&T facility containing network equipment that transport large quantities of internet traffic and information across the United States and the world. Okay, it says, now listen to this. The Intercept has identified an AT&T facility in each of these 8 places. So this might be one in Tennessee because they're calling it an AT&T switching station, just like these were, that transports large quantities of internet traffic across the U.S. and the world. A body of evidence, including classified NSA documents, public records, and interviews from several former AT&T employees, indicate that the buildings are central to an NSA spying initiative that has for years monitored billions of emails, phone calls, and other online chats passing through the U.S. territory. The NSA considers AT&T to be one of the most trusted partners and has lauded the company's extreme willingness to help. So AT&T and the NSA are working together. Does this not stink? I'm going to leave y'all the link to this, okay? So let me go to this other article. Okay, now this was from the Intercept when Glenn Greenwald was... Is he the one who wrote it? No. When he was at the Intercept, but he just left. Okay. TITANPOINTE, the NSA spy hub in New York, hidden in plain sight. They called it Project X. It is an unusually audacious, highly sensitive assignment to build a massive skyscraper capable of withstanding an atomic blast in the middle of New York City. It would have no windows, 29 floors with 3 basement levels, and enough food to last 1,500 people 2 weeks in the event of a catastrophe. And this is an AT&T building downtown in New York. But the building's primary purpose would not be to protect human lives from toxic radiation amid a nuclear war. Whether the fortified skyscraper would safeguard powerful computers, cables, and switchboards. It would house one of the most important telecommunication hubs in the U.S., the world's largest center for processing long-distance phone calls, operated by the New York Telephone Company, a subsidiary of AT&T. Okay, now these are 2 fascinating articles. So here we are now, an attack on Christmas Day in a very conspicuous vehicle, an RV. Come on now, y'all. If you want to be a terrorist, you're going to use an RV. Aren't you going to be a little bit more incognito than that? Then we have the reports of people saying, get out of the building, evacuate now before the explosions hit. Then we find out that it's at an AT&T switching station, and then now we find out that those switching stations work with the NSA. You don't think this seems a little suspicious? Y'all please leave me your comments below and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I think it's all leading to more oppression. Leave me your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye.